Range anxiety is the name given to the fear of running out of charge when driving an electric vehicle. It's typically brought on by the concern that drivers will find themselves stranded far away from their destination with a dead battery and nowhere to charge up. When speaking to non-EV drivers, this is one of the main reasons they say that they are wary about switching to an electric from their petrol or diesel car. To see how big of a problem range anxiety is, and the ways in which you get around it, we spoke to 4 experienced EV drivers who own various models of EV with different ranges and charging speeds. During these conversations, a few things about EV driving that reduced the concerns of range anxiety became clear. This is what we found out.
Isn't a problem for me because I've got solar panels on the roof and a battery in the store. So I'm driving on sunshine, if you like. 280 miles gets me most places I want to go. It's more than enough for local running about.
I can go anywhere in Cumbria and back home again without having to worry about it.
I very rarely charge on a journey because I've got a charge point at home, and I have a range of, well, in the winter it's sort of about 180 miles, which is enough for most of the journeys I do. So I simply charge at home. So it doesn't occur a lot.
It's worth noting that that the vast majority of charging is done at home, where you just drive up and plug it in, and it's very easy. My commute is about a 30-mile round trip. I used to do a few days at a time in between charges because I knew that I wouldn't have to go that far.
I tend to do the homework up front if I'm doing a long journey. This is all on the app that I use, ZapMap.
There's an app called ZapMap.
ZapMap is the one that I use.
ZapMap app actually has a route planner where you can say where you're going to, and then you can expand it and go down the motorways and pick up the various points and say, okay, I want to stop here, and it will tell you the distance you've traveled. Then I want to stop this, and it will tell you the difference between those. But it takes just not long at all to plan.
So there are obviously deserts still. You know, my car has a map of where they all are, but a lot of them are sort of on private property, like a hotel, and you don't know if they're working. It does sometimes tell you.
You normally have a plan B in case that charging stop is out of order or it's particularly busy. You can do it on the morning if you want. It's not that big a deal. Look at the charging points, look at what providers they are, make sure I've got the apps installed, and then just put the location into Google Maps and navigate there.
It's quite an enjoyable little game to play, you know. We'll plug it in, we'll go and have a coffee, we'll go to the toilet, and we'll go back to the car, and it's more or less ready.
Just 20 minutes walk there and back, and by then 50 kilowatt charger.
Plug it in for about an hour, say, grab a bite to eat, go to the toilet, all the usual stuff, stretch your legs.
I'd probably take a book and read it. You know, I mean, I might have a cup of coffee, but that's not going to take very long, is it? So I'd take a book, or go for a walk or something. But it's, you know, it's time out of the journey. You have to add that in.
But there is new, not sure if it's a law or guidance, but new charge points, you have to be able to charge your car using just a contactless debit card. So a lot of the older ones out there, you still have to use the app. But all the new ones, you can just drive up, plug your car in and tap your debit card on it and it'll start charging your car, which is much easier, much quicker.
Do you fill your car up every time you go to a filling station, or do you just put £10 within? And why is it any different? There are 10,000 charging stations out there and they're getting faster to charge, and the cars are getting more efficient and the cars have got better range. Just not an issue.
The more people that have EVs, the more the word gets around. But if people actually drive them, they seem to be impressed. And it's getting people converted to a different type of vehicle.
If you think that by 2030 they can't sell any more petrol and diesel cars, that's 9 years from now, less than 9 years from now, what are all those petrol stations going to be doing with themselves? Their days are numbered. So what I would like is that every petrol station has at least 2 charge points. That, you know, that will make life much easier for people like me, to encourage other people to get one. Because, you know, I'm 77, and I thought, you know, if they see me and think, well, she can do it, you know, I can do it.